Hi, my name is Jessica Collette and I am a student at El Paso Community College. The specific purpose of my video today is to share with my class two objects that add meaning to my life and have brought me to where I am to this day. This is my object speech. An excellent example of when object attachment went too far is the horror movies based on those creepy possessed dolls. One we all know is the Chucky doll, first introduced to the world in the movie Child's Play. This serial killer named Charles Lee Ray, infamously known as Chucky for short, transferred his soul into a remake of a common children's toy called a good guy doll with a voodoo ritual. I think it's safe to say that this object attachment is quite creepy and weird, but I hope my story is just the opposite. On a more serious note, objects are important in our life throughout all stages and phases. Objects can hold cherished memories of loved ones or indicate growth from a past part of our lives. I hope that listening to the objects in my life that are important to me will give the audience a chance to reminisce on their own life and have an eye-opening experience and a new appreciation for the world around them. I've decided to show you two objects today that represent important aspects of my life and have helped me get to where I am. The first object is my father's t-shirt. While I do not have this t-shirt with me, it was a very important part of my life growing up. When I came home from a hard day at work, I would immediately put on one of my father's oversized t-shirts. It was like a weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders and I could finally be comfortable. I felt safe and secure. I had always been close to my dad, and not any big t-shirt made me feel as comfortable as his, and it was simply because it belonged to him. When I visit home, I always put on one of my dad's t-shirts when lounging around the house. From an early age, family has always been very important to me, and it will always be a big part of my life. I think that's what the t-shirt says about me and my commitment to my family. The next object is my apartment keys. I want to relate it to my own anxiety and how I've always been afraid of failure. When I was in a difficult situation last year, I chose to basically keep my mouth shut and stay put because I thought taking any risk or confrontation was not worth my energy. After months of staying in a place I shouldn't have for way too long, I reluctantly got my own apartment on the other side of town. I was so afraid of being on my own for the first time in forever and what I was going to do when I felt unsafe. When I picked up my apartment keys on the day I moved in, I was still afraid of what my future would be, but I began to realize my life was so much better once I made this change for myself. While getting an apartment is usually a normal life activity for most people, for me it was one of the hardest things I had to do because I realized I was not only leaving the bad parts of my life behind, but also the good. I had to overcome my fear of being alone, and I was able to find out more about myself, and that's what I believe the apartment keys say about me. My father's t-shirt shows what I have learned about commitment and family values, and my apartment keys helped me realize that I am growing in my struggle with anxiety. These objects have made me realize qualities and lessons about myself that I have carried with me into adulthood. I like to remember that all objects are material and will not be taken to the grave. It's the memories, values, and life lessons that are important. It's almost like when you smell an old perfume and a memory comes back which is associated with that perfume. It is not the perfume that takes your breath away, but rather the moments in which the fragrance just so happens to be there. Thank you.